let's get right to it. I want to use this time to touch a little bit on a direction. I think that one of America's greatest assets is our competitive nature, the athletes that we produce. Now, don't get me wrong, it can be tweaked and worked to be to perfection to where there's no one falling through the cracks. But at this point, I think it's safe to say that America rules and producing bosses on the field. Some out off the field, but mostly, our competitive nature is what influences the world. It's a spirit now, and I want to use this paid membership subscription to start a conversation for coaches. Me myself, I coach. I've coached for a while. I've coached from different perspectives as far as a person who struggled with addiction, a person preaching to kids and on his free time losing himself. I think that a coach does more to an athlete mentally than we all will stop and look at. As you dig deep inside of who you are, the work that you do for people, the line of work that you're in, you'll want to pay closer attention to it. You want to make sure that since my print is behind this, I'm going to do it to perfection like a boss. I want everything behind what I am doing to be Gucci. Bing, sparkling, perfect. When you go down that rabbit hole and finding out all that junky stuff about who you are, you're like, I don't like that. That's nasty. Ugh, I can wait to go home and do that. I don't be farting in front of these people like this. And I mean, I used to, right in their path. Be out at the restaurant, hunched over my food, eating like a damn animal. You get down that rabbit hole looking in at who you are, and this is why it's tough for a lot of people. You start seeing that shit. You still start finding stuff like that. But nonetheless, you make those adjustments. When you're coaching to these kids, man, this year, were you motivating a sibling or you're motivating a child of yours? Don't put limitations on them. Remind them that no one can put limitations on them. If we don't boss them up, if we don't boss up tomorrow, we doing all this for nothing. If we don't make sure that what's behind us is ready to stand on something and be like, what's up? Y'all did that to the generation before us, but we here. If we don't train them to be like that, we sorry. We're the reason why America is projected to be last moving forward because of debt and all these crazy decision making and our lack of effort and sticking with kids and putting them through pipelines to be more successful on and off the field or court. That is our greatest asset. It's universal conversation. That's a peace treaty to any alien life form. I can tell you right now, while we haven't been blown off this world or off this planet, is because they can't wait until football, basketball season. I bet they'd be like, y'all lucky y'all got football season coming up. I mean, I can tell an alien is only letting us live because they like to watch sports. I mean, if anybody got a better argument than that, then put it forward. Because we insane, we pollute, but we love it. I mean, and that's just crazy. The human side of us just loves it, that chaos. But is that the direction we need to be on right now? I think that's something we can move back to after we get through some of these obstacles that are coming up. But to my coaches, man, coach from an open mind. To my coaches, man, don't put a limit on a child. Don't call him out his name. Yell at him, stop, apologize, and talk to him calmly. Give him that example of how to do that. Admit you're wrong at some point. Because nobody's perfect, especially whenever you're trying to convey a message to some of these kids and you confuse them. And sometimes you get mixed up in your own words. Acknowledge that so they know how to do that. Y'all done from a game, you walking back to the car, you see trash on the ground, pick it up so they'll notice that. We have got to remain dominant. Not in my lifetime will I experience to where not only have I failed a lot, but my country failed. There's so many avenues to where we can pick up and lead. Because right now that's what we're looking at. That's why this is the most important thing that you'll do for the next 25 years. In those next 25 years, if you don't see the picture, then you lost. And I believe some people are going to be left behind before that. But open your mind, people. That starts inside. And you got to be boss enough to look. Stand tall. My people battling addiction. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. Your story is important. My story, everybody's story is important. Support where you can. Uplift each other, man. It's so easy doing what everybody's been doing for a long time. It's old. It's old. I'm out.